Hey guys, we're gonna take a look at the Reveries in the rain 310 to 330 meter dives. So let's take a look first at the 310 meter dive. This one is very simple because all you have to do here is don't bring mental damage. If you don't bring mental damage, you will be golden, as these two enemies, they don't do anything. Now you can see they are from the beast and the plant afflatus respectively, which means if you bring your two DPS characters as a beast and a mineral afflatus, you will be golden, as you can hit both of your enemies with the afflatus advantage. You have to make sure that whatever DPS characters you bring here, that they don't deal any mental damage. And yeah, that's all there is to say about this battle already. Just don't bring mental damage. For example, I like to play this team right here with 37 instead of Recoleta, but I switch these two out because 37 would deal mental damage and that's not what I want. So I bring Recoleta, which deals not only reality damage but he also hits this beast afflatus enemy with the afflatus advantage. And if you just keep these two things in mind, then you will be golden and this battle will be a walk in the park. Then we have the 320 meter dive, which is not much more complicated than the 310 meter dive. You will face 4 trash bags right here with Matilda in them, by the way. And all of those trash bags, they are from the star afflatus. So if you would bring here plant afflatus, main DPS characters, preferably ones that deal mass attacks, mass damage, then you will be absolutely golden. There's one thing that you have to keep in mind here though, because every odd numbered turns, so yeah, every 2 rounds is basically what that means. These trash bags, they distribute their HP so that all of those trash bags are at the exact same amount of percentage HP. And why do you have to watch out for this is because whenever one of those trash bags dies, they deal a bunch of mental damage to your entire team. So if you would kill them all at the same time, you would be actually in risk of dying here, that your entire team wipes. And yeah, again, since these trash bags distribute their HP so that they all have the same amount of percentage HP, this would be the risk you run into here in this battle. So yeah, deal mass attacks, hit them all at once, make them all low when it comes to HP. But when it's time to actually kill an enemy, then make sure you don't kill them all at once. And yeah, that's gonna be the battle for you. Again, plant afflatus characters that do mass damage, right, with mass attacks. Like Noir is the best character you could possibly bring here. And hit them, make them all low. But when it comes time to kill them, make sure you don't kill them all at once. And that's gonna be about that. Now the 330 meter dive, that is where things become a little bit more complicated. Because you can see I have 2 different types of enemies here. Let me call them the purple and the yellow enemy. So if you would now happen to attack the purple enemy, you would suffer a debuff called positive status. And if you now happen to have attacked the yellow enemy, you suffer a debuff called negative status. If one of your characters suffers both the positive and the negative debuff, then your entire team will take a bunch of damage and suffer an additional debuff called paralyze. Now, if you inflict the positive and the negative debuff onto one of your characters twice, then yeah, not only would your entire team take damage twice, no, but you would now suffer 2 stacks of the paralyze debuff. And when that happens, your entire team will be stunned. let me show you how this actually look in battle. So the point is, like, what you want to do is you want to focus these enemies down one by one, and you have to be really careful when it comes to using mass attacks. You can use mass attacks, but watch out for the damage and watch out for the paralyze. Right? Let me show you how this actually looks. So right here you will see me performing a mass attack and suffer both the negative and the positive debuff. Just a second. And here we go. You saw, now that I did a mass attack and I hit the purple enemy and a yellow enemy, I suffered both positive and negative status. So you can see my whole team took like a laser beam, and paralysis is inflicted onto my entire team. Now let's keep moving forward. If I now would happen to do that again, my entire team would be stunned. There we go. Yeah, I did it again, but yeah, like, Fatutu can cleanse these paralyzed debuffs away, and that's what you have to watch out for, that you never suffer two of those paralyzed buffs, because then it could become dangerous. Now the damage that your opponents afflict to you is not very high by default. But you can see they can use ultimates, and when they do that, those ultimates, they actually hurt quite a little bit. And if they would happen to use their ultimate while your entire team is stunned, that could actually kill a teammate or two. Maybe you wipe because of that. There you go, there you saw it. Now that my Lucy attacked all of the enemies with her extra action, whenever an enemy dies, my entire team got stunned. Let's look at that one more time. Here I attack all, and I already suffered one stack of paralyze. I attack all of them. One more time, and boom. Now I suffered 2 stacks of paralyze. My entire team takes a whole bunch of damage, and they are all stunned. And you can see one of my enemies will actually use their ultimate. And this is the way you get in danger. So yeah, you wanna watch out for that, right? Never inflict too many stacks of positive and negative status. Don't suffer 2 paralyze attacks while your enemy, especially not while your enemy has an ultimate ready. But yeah, like, thanks to Fatutu and Mrs. Bubble, I survived this quite easily. But again, as I mentioned in the battle before, I like to use 37 a lot. So I did refrain from using 37 because she does too many mass attacks. That's why I used here Liang Yue, as she is very solid, very good at performing one target attacks. And yeah, that was kind of the key to victory with the character 37. Like, she died, and yeah, that's why I replaced her, because she would just deal too many mass attacks. And that's all you have to watch out for in this battle. If you do, it will be quite easy. Just don't do too many mass attacks, right? I explained everything in detail, and we can now move on. So let's take a look at the 340 meter dive, and here you can see the boss on the left hand side of your screen, and that's the one you want to attack. Preferably you don't want to be me and you don't want to inflict too many debuffs on the enemies, because they will increase their damage and their leech rate for each debuff that is on them. So yeah, try to not bring debuffs, and also try to not buff your team too much, because they will also increase their attack and leech rate by an additional amount the more buffs you have on your team. So refrain from using too many debuffs and buffs for this fight. Then you can see there are 3 ads. Those ads, they stack thorny more and more and more on themselves as the battle goes on. And yeah, when you kill them, they respawn, right? So you want to keep attacking the boss, and preferably the boss only. Additionally, this boss, he starts off with a lot of damage reduction. And every time you attack him, he loses these stacks of damage reduction. So keep attacking him, and you will do more and more and more damage onto this boss. And yeah, that's all you have to watch out for. Again, don't use too many buffs, don't use too many debuffs. Focus the boss and the boss only if somehow possible. Keep in mind that the ads are thorny, so when you would attack them, they will deal damage back to you. You can see all of your enemies are from the plant afflatus, so if you could bring beast afflatus characters, that would be absolutely perfect. You see, yeah, I even wiped this fight here, I think. Oh no, I managed to pull through, you know. But you see, I did a mass attack with Liang Yue, and she died because of the thorns, you know. So that's what I mean with you have to watch out for that kind of stuff. And that's all about there is to say about this fight. Bring beast afflatus characters, preferably ones that have one target attacks, so you can only focus the boss, and then you will succeed pretty much. Watch out, don't do too many mass attacks and only focus the boss time and time again. You will deal more and more and more damage as the battle goes on, as he loses stacks of damage taken reduction. And that's about it, guys. I hope that video was fun and informative. If you like Reverse1999 content in general, please consider leaving a follow on my channel. I would really appreciate that. But until next time, take care of yourselves, have a great day, and we love this game.